Welcome at H&T Show.
Welcome to the H&T Cycling Show. Here we go, guys. Another exciting episode coming up. Great stuff that happened today. But let's go and have a look at our educational side first. Yesterday we spoke about certain things. I'm glad to see that there's a lot of the educational stuff we've been talking about that we're starting to hear in the race commentary from McEwen and the guys commentating. Today we heard about the Gruppetto, we heard about sticky bottles. I'm sure there are quite a few others you've identified already. Yesterday we discussed the red number briefly. Tell us a bit more now about that red number.
Alright, so as you've gathered, the red number is definitely not for the rider that has received the biggest fine on the stage the day before. In fact, it is actually awarded to the most aggressive rider from the previous stage. So they usually base that on how long the rider has spent in the breakaway, the amount of work that specific rider has done in the breakaway, and then also just how aggressive or active he has been throughout the day. So that's what the red number is for.
Great, so moving right along tomorrow, how are we going to identify the red number? Because in the past it's been a little bit difficult, you don't really know, but I think it was H. He picked up the phone, he spoke to the Tour de France organisers, and I think they're going to make it easy for us. He's arranged it. So where's that red number going to be tomorrow?
Okay, so the red number tomorrow is going to be awarded to Lilian Calmejane, the stage winner of today. And it's quite cool because it's going to be color-coded. So he's got the polka dot jersey as well, meaning he's in the King of the Mountains jersey, with a red number. So I think he's going to have quite a cool outfit on tomorrow. I hope he goes color-coded fully with shorts and bike and the whole works. Should be quite interesting to see. I actually made a mistake. I said that there was one rider that had a red number in the race and everybody else had the same numbers. Today, I noticed that Team Sky were all riding with yellow numbers. What's the reason for that?
Okay, so Team Sky will be riding with yellow numbers because currently they're the number one team in the race. You don't necessarily have to have the yellow jersey to have the yellow number. So what happens every day at the end of the stage, your first three riders across the finish line, their time gets added together and it gets accumulated. Stage 1, stage 3, stage 7, stage 12, every day. If you have the best time, you will be the leading team. So at the moment, the fact that Sky are riding with yellow helmets because their leader is in yellow, with yellow numbers, yellow number donates the team that are leading the team competition, which right now is Sky. Another great question we were asked by people is they've noticed Chris Froome every day when just before the ceremony protocol, the jerseys, he's sitting on a bike and he's warming down. What's that about? They said, is he the only guy who warms down? What about the rest of the guys? How does that work?
Okay, so the only reason why we always see Chris Froome and Marcel Kittel and all these other guys warming down is because they're the main attraction, they're the GC favorites, they're the favorites for the stages, so the cameramen are always panning around them and hoarding them and literally following every move that they make. The other riders actually do warm down, and they either cool down by going to the team bus. We'll try and see if we can get a photo for you guys of them cooling down. They'll usually stack all the trainers along the team bus. They'll all sit on the trainers and they'll cool down before they head off to the hotel. Some of the riders would often choose to ride back to the hotel depending on how far it is from the race finish, just to have a nice little ride around, get their thoughts gathered, just think about the stage, settle down and just get relaxed and try and get to the hotel to be the first guy that the soigneur can give a nice sports massage to and get him ready for tomorrow.
So it's all about recovery. It assists with recovery. Tomorrow's stage, you could actually see a lot of the guys on trainers at the team bus before the stage starts. We virtually start on a categorized climb, and they're not warming down now, they're actually warming up. So they want those legs, they don't want to be stiff and feel heavy. They're going to hit that climb at speed, they want to get over there. Guys like Demar, the big sprinters, they definitely want to be warm. They don't want to get left behind at kilometer 0 tomorrow, because then it does become a long, hard day in the saddle. That's one of my issues that I have so far in this week with the tour. We've got to remember, it's sport, it's a great sport, we're all fans of the sport.
There's always controversy.
There's always controversy. You know what? We watched some rugby today. The British Lions drew with the All Blacks. controversial call with 2 minutes to go. That is sport. We've got to remember it is only sport. It's not life and death. Nobody's going to die. It's a game. We noticed during the week a couple of nasty Twitters that were sent out with regards to the incident between Peter Sagan and Mark Cavendish, where people actually started insulting Cavendish, his family, threatening them, threatening his children, saying, I hope your children die, I hope they get cancer. Come on, it's easy to hide behind a Twitter handle or to hide behind some anonymous name. Guys, that is totally uncalled for. Cavendish and Sagan have spoken to each other since then. They've shook hands, they've understood what has happened, they have no issues, they will look for each other in the next race. They're not going to go and try and kill each other and wipe each other's families out. Get a life out there if you're one of those people, really. We will look at a couple of other phrases tomorrow. We've had a very nice question come in with regards to hand signals, the different hand signals that people are seeing the riders actually in the race. They want to know more about those hand signals. That's a great question, and not everybody sees that. Not everybody asks for it. Hopefully once we've explained the different hand signals to you, you will look out for it and you'll know exactly then what the rider is calling for. We'll also talk about convoy protocol so that you get a little bit of a better idea when there's feeding, what happens, how it happens, what makes it tick the way it does.
Okay, so that's it for our little information side of the show. I hope you've enjoyed it. Catch up on the preview and the analysis of the stages coming up.